and jizya is taken from non-Muslims. Allah said in the Quran, in Surah Tawbah, Surah number 9, ayat number 29, that fight those who do not believe in Allah and last day till they humble themselves, and if they do not revert to Islam, collect jizya from them. The non-Muslims, unfortunately, they misquote this ayat, misrepresent this ayat as a very barbaric law from the Muslim community or the Sharia over the non-Muslims. I request the non-Muslim governments today to implement upon the Muslim communities in the region the concept of jizya for us, and you see how different it is. In a tax system, in a system where tax is levied on the citizens, a person, if he is earning 1,000 rupees, the government says pay 10% tax, suppose. So he has to pay 100 rupees. But the necessities of his life are 1,500. By earning 1,000, he was already falling short by 500 rupees. Now if he gives away 100 to the government as tax, he is short for his necessities by another 100 rupees, that is 600 rupees. So now he has to take loan on interest. And a chain continues of making this person fall into greater and greater trouble. What is the concept of jizya? The concept of jizya in Islam is, if it is an Islamic government levying jizya on the non-Muslims of that region, the government cannot lay jizya on women. The women, non-Muslim women will not pay jizya. The old men will not pay jizya. Those old men who are no more capable enough to earn for their own life will never pay a jizya. The children will not pay jizya. The education provided will be free for Muslims and non-Muslims there. And only those non-Muslim men will pay jizya whose economy will be calculated by the government, and the government, after making sure that what he is earning, he can save in his earning. It is not that he is falling short to fulfill the necessities. Every non-Muslim will not be asked to pay jizya. Only those non-Muslim men who are earning so much that they even have a saving. It is only these non-Muslim men who will be asked to pay jizya based upon a percentage. And unlike the tax system, there is no other system except Islam. What does Islamic Sharia say? If the Muslims have collected, Muslim government collected jizya from these non-Muslims, now it is obligatory upon this Muslim government to make sure that these non-Muslims, their men, women and children are protected from any kind of atrocity even by the Muslims living in that region. They shall be protected by their wealth, their property and their chastity and modesty. Then Sharia says, if some other country attacks these non-Muslims, the Muslim government will fight those enemies and they cannot force these non-Muslims to come and fight with them. It is obligatory that only Muslim government will protect them. It is obligatory now. At the time of Umar bin Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, no better example can be given on the face of the earth. When Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he captured Baitul Muqaddas, Palestine. After the capture, there were a few villages around Palestine that were captured, and Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, when he goes to receive the key from the father of the church for the Palestinian palace, he returns to Makkah. After returning to Makkah, for the reasons that as a Khalifa, as the leader of the Muslim Ummah, he best knows, he orders the Muslim army to retrieve from a village. He says, on that village you have gone, come on, come back from that village, leave that village, you have to march towards some other region. Now when this army was retrieving, an amazing incident happens. This army, the army chief, he calls the non-Muslims in a plain ground. He says, all those non-Muslims who paid jizya to us, gather in the ground. All of them, they gather in the ground. And this army general, the Sahabi, he asks his army men, our Sahaba, the Mujahideen, to return the money of jizya to them. When they were returning, about 2,000 people were there of that village. Of them, a few of them were eligible for jizya, they had paid jizya. When they were returning, the people asked, why are you returning this money? No conqueror ever does this. When we are conquered, every conqueror loots us. Why are you returning the amount to us? They say, our religion teaches us that if we have collected jizya, then it's obligatory upon us to protect your lives and your properties. But now that our leader has called us back from this place, we are no more going to be here. We are no more going to stay here. So this money is forbidden in Islam upon us. We are returning it back to you. And these non-Muslims said, if this is Islam, then we have no objection to say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.